Hey guys, it's Cowan Hill bringing you a bit of Minecraft here, and I have done an epic build, so you guys will be able to see it in just a bit, but it's quite far away, so I'm going to show you where we go. There's home away from home, there's home over there, and we have to go into the little hut, which you may remember from a previous episode. It was kind of like a stop-off hut, which has now become the main transportation thing from it. So I built this little tunnel going down here. This was built really quick, and I kind of just made it up as I went along and just did things. So yeah, we got this little room using lightstone. I like lightstone. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the actual look of it, but I like that it's like a block that lights up, and then we go along on this train track thing. Minecart, sorry. And then I was building it single like this, and then I decided to build it like double, so you could boost with the minecart and you'd remain at full speed the whole way. Even though that's a lot more digging, it's a lot quicker, so I like the idea. Instead of doing like a couple of boosters each, every few hundred squares, or not even that, instead of just doing more boosters, I just thought I'd just go along with the whole thing. And it didn't take too long, but it definitely is a slower way. So then we come up here, and here we are, and it's daytime, lovely. And no. Push that back. So yeah, this is my mega build. As you see here, it's like a little docking area. Looks pretty cool, I think. Yeah, this probably took about I don't know, 6 hours, something like that. And it's like wood bottom, and got this like little glass archway thing going on here, and yeah, and a long train track. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not really. Check it out. Oh my god, it's an aeroplane. Oh yeah, let's go and have a look at it. Let's go and have a look at it. Let me just see if I've got any dirt. No, I haven't. Guess I could use rock. Yep. Oh no, wanted to get that. Come back, rock. I got it. Okay, so yeah, I have built an aeroplane. This actually did take a long time. It's all made of wool or cloth, I guess I should say, and I am experimenting with using this is a little platform, using 3D software and 3D models and converting it into voxels, which is basically cubes but in digital form, and then converting it so I can look at it in a 3D like on a 3D image, and then kind of look round it and do things, and then I can just make stuff, and then I can like limit it. Like this whole plane is 64 blocks long, so I made it 64 blocks long. It's a lot of like typing lots of random sequences and converting stuff and using the command prompt a lot and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is the outcome. This is the main part of the plane. You see I haven't put seats in and stuff. I'm not really, since you can't really go in it unless you climb up like I do. There's no real point, but if somebody does, when I eventually upload my world again, if somebody does come inside, at least there's something here. There's some lighting, there's some doors. This is the cockpit right here. You can look out a little bit if we jump up and down. And then we got like the main, just where all the seats would be, and then the back here is just the inside of the tail, but obviously I'm just shutting it off. You can when I next do upload my world, I guess you could do what you wanted with it. Put your seats in, change the color of the bottom. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. If you could like make the bottom red, because a lot of planes kind of split down the middle. The only problem with that is this thing here is the outside wall, or maybe I don't think this one is, but I think like this one here is the outside wall. So, and this definitely is the outside. If I open this up, it'll go outside. So if you made it red, you'd have red inside. So you'd have to like think of how you was going to go around that. But basically, yeah, it's more. This project was more about it was more about just testing the whole using the software sort of thing. And what I actually did. Oh no, I've run out of cloth. Oh well, that'll stay like that. What I actually did is, first of all, I downloaded a 3D model, so just off a free website, and then I used some software to change the 3D model into like pixels, so it slices it up. Basically just does slices and then kind of picks the best places for blocks, and then you limit the amount of blocks to make it the right size for Minecraft, which I've done 64 long. Obviously I could make it twice as big as that, but it would take a long time to build. But then you limit the amount of blocks, and then you can go ahead and start building it, and you kind of look at it on a 3D platform. You can twizzle it round and, you know, do whatever, but like I say, there's a lot of like typing stuff, and it's complex. It's a complex process. There's a lot of things you need to download, and it's not as easy as it might seem, even though obviously I don't think it would seem easy anyway, but it is very complex process in actually going from downloading a normal 3D model that would be used in any sort of 3D program to becoming a plane. Oh, I've left bits of dirt on top of the plane. I'll have to go sort that out. But yes, it's a lot of the planning and actually trying to follow my own instructions almost, because going, you know, A to B is very, very difficult when you do this. Especially that the hardest thing for me was like trying to kind of in my head work out what each thing was. So because you can work in slices, so like you'd work in a whole horizontal slice, and then you have to pace things out, and especially in the air. On the ground, not too bad, because say, you know, I would be doing this slice here, I would know that I'd have to do, you know, the gap there would be like however many long, and I can pace it out on the ground. But in the sky, you have to kind of work along and work from the base, and it makes it a lot more difficult. So what I did, so I didn't get the pacing wrong between the underneath of the plane and the actual engines, is I built the engines after, and they probably took longer than the plane, believe it or not, even though they're really simple. But the whole engine attaching to the wing is that was really difficult. It was really, really difficult. There was a lot of things I was not expecting, like trying to work out the actual proportions, and there's just a lot more than just copying a build, and especially with the software as well. It doesn't always come out 100% accurate, and there'll be missed details. And the biggest problem with the aeroplane, in my opinion, was each side was the wrong sort of shape. So wait, no, I mean they're odd shapes. Like this one would be one sort of shape, and then the other one would be slightly odd. So what I had to do is like pick one, and that really, really made it difficult in the later times to connect things up, because when I was looking at, like, one wing looked better than the other wing, but even the side of the whole plane was different on one. But then the engine on the one side looks better than the other side on the 3D model. So what I had to do is put the other wing onto both sides of this one, so they're identical now, and then put the engine from the other wing, if this makes sense to anyone, onto the wing that I'd already made. But since the blocks were different, because it was the good engine was on a bad wing on the 3D model, I had to kind of like try and interpret how I would connect it to my bad wing, which may sound simple, but well, it probably doesn't sound simple, because it doesn't sound simple to me. But it was a difficult process. Let me put it that way. But I'm happy with the results. You know, I haven't really put any details in. You could put windows all along this. You could do whatever. Next time I do upload my world, if you want to come in here, do it up, you know, make it better, and then that will give me something to just copy. And then maybe your design of my plane could be on my channel. So yeah, like, I don't mind just copying someone's work, just so then, you know, because you can't really just import it in. There is ways of doing that, believe it or not, but obviously that takes the fun out of building it. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the results, and now I've got to get back up here. I'm happy with the results. I'm gonna definitely do more stuff with the 3D modeling. The only problem with the 3D modeling is you're basically just copying a shape, but you know, so there's no like inventiveness going into it. But if that means I can do like a giant head, then I can do like the whole head in the side of the cliff thing and stuff. That would be pretty awesome. But yeah, look at the shadow. I think the shadow looks awesome. It's difficult, but it's definitely, if you're going to build mega builds and stuff, it's definitely one of them things what you should look into, because I was actually using this software, which I didn't really use effectively much, but I was using this software that was just basically like a pixel thing. It's called Cube Kingdom if you want to look it up, and it's basically like you just got a 3D image, and it's like 3D paint. It's really simple. Oh, nutsack. Okay, that wasn't good. I don't mind dying because I'll go and sort that out after, but I don't mind dying just because I use inventory editors anyway, so I can just go ahead and stick all the stuff I had back on again. Yeah, we'll approach it from the land and see how that looks. Yeah. Only thing is, I need a boat now. Anyway, it was called Cube Kingdom, and basically it's just 3D paint, and you just have a pixel and you can like add pixels to it just by sticking them on. So it's really simple, really good for kind of designing things on Minecraft. The way I was doing it is much more complex, and if you're not really gonna plan something big, I mean, that was a tester subject, so that wouldn't be a big project. That took me, I did that last night and a little bit this morning, but basically like 6 hours maybe of actual playing time in 2 days, which is that's a lot of playing time. I mean, I was up last night just doing the main bulk of the plane, and I pretty much finished the plane. The only bits I didn't do was like the window, the doors inside, and the engines. But like I said, the engines were a hell of a long time doing the engines. But that's basically just a tester, so it's all one color. It's not really got anything too over the top or mad in it, and it's not really that big considering what you could do. I was actually considering when I started to build it, making it twice the size, so I could actually do the interior, and then making it on the ground, just because if you're going to do something that big, you definitely want to be able to access it without making like worms of dirt all around everywhere, because it does make it a lot more awkward. Keep going down and digging earth, and it's just in the sky is just very difficult to build unless you got like flying hacks or something, which I don't have. So yeah, on the ground is going to be a hell of a lot easier. I just, I mentioned that facing the cliff thing. That might be a cool idea. And you can see there, just as the sun goes down, it's just going to quickly render my aeroplane with a horrible stick of concrete, which I need to take out later. But yeah, that is basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.